Have you ever realized that the strength that you were praised for was also the thing that kept you from healing? My name is Tiffany. Merry Christmas. Welcome. Um, in this video, I want to share why I'm letting go of the strong Black woman narrative and choosing a different definition of strength. Through my values work that I've been doing this year, most recently, these last few months, I uncovered pain that I had been carrying for over a decade. Pain that completely shattered me. But instead of mourning that pain when it happened, I vividly remember choosing to bear down, hold it in, and just press on. And honestly, I can recall doing that most of my life. When sadness, pain, frustration, anytime had any of those types of emotion, those oftentimes didn't feel safe to express. So those showed up as anger. Because sometimes it feels like there's no space for your full body of emotions. And I'm speaking for myself in this instance. So I chose success and I chose to strive for excellence. And that became the armor that I wore. That became the thing that I focused on. That allowed me to wrap the wounds of a society that rejects who you are. You know, it allowed me to completely, just completely, and my dog is Mama's. Sorry. It just, yes, the wounds. And so, you think about the wounds. You have these wounds that society just really doesn't accept you at the fullness of your being. And that really takes a toll on who you are as a person, how you show up in the world, how you feel like you can show up in the world truly. And people will stand in awe of your drive, your accomplishments, while all this time, and if you are an African American, I'm sure you've heard this at one point or another. You have to work twice as hard to get half as far. And so you have that song playing in your head. But I have decided enough is enough. Enough is enough. Cut the show. Take me off because I choose healing. I choose to take off that armor. I choose to allow myself to feel the full range of my emotions in all their glory. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to be inviting everyone into my most intimate moments. But that does mean that I'm giving myself permission to be seen. And I'm also giving myself permission and allowing myself to be perceived by others. And that doesn't mean that just because I'm being perceived by others, that has to be something that I think about how I'm being perceived or others' perceptions of me. They're allowed to have their own ideas of me. And I'm also allowed to not allow that to be something that becomes a mental block. I also choose to lean into softness, and I choose wholeness. I choose rest. And not because society finally has said, it's okay, rest, rest, girl. No, it's because I've decided that it's time. So I'm taking my place on the porch, ice cold glass of lemonade in hand, swing gently on a porch swing, letting the warm air of life wash over me, as well as audacity overtake me. And that's how I choose to move forward in this life, this one life that I have to live. There's nothing wrong with being strong. There's nothing wrong with being accomplished and excellent and wanting to be great. But at what cost? But at what cost? At what cost of your humanity? And so those are all things I had to ask myself and why I'm making this video. And so if you are resonating with any message, any part of this video, I would just ask yourself at what cost? What are the things that you're doing at the cost of your humanity? Because we can be well intentioned, but also are our good intentions digging us an early grave? And that can be an early grave because we can't reach our emotional depths in our relationships, whether that be family, romantic, whatever it might be, platonic, whatever it might be. We're too busy propping up the world that we don't have enough energy or strength or momentum or wherewithal to prop ourselves up first. And it's not saying that you can't help anybody, but you can't pour into an empty cup. You can't pour out of something that has no content. So this is just a reminder to take care of yourself. This is a reminder to heal yourself. You deserve to live a healed life. You deserve it. You deserve it. And everybody else around you will get better because you heal. Women, we are natural creators. Our bodies create life. We are creators. Everything. We are multipliers. Like we will whatever is given to us, we will multiply. So I would just say multiply love, multiply warmth, multiply nurture, but most importantly, multiply healing. So I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and lead yourself well so you can serve others better. And we will talk soon. Have a good night. Bye bye.